What's up, guys? It is John Muscarello from Side Hustle Experiment. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm a full-time e-commerce seller. I sell on Amazon and eBay, mostly books and used media, but I'm quickly getting into online arbitrage for Amazon and growing that. In this channel, we talk all about reselling on Amazon and eBay, how you can make more money, whether you're doing it part-time, full-time, whatever. I try to deliver the most value as possible. So if that's something you're into, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot and really helps the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about Amazon FBA fees. Yesterday, they sent out an email saying that they're going to raise them. And a lot of people are going crazy, saying that it's unfair and they shouldn't be doing this. And I'm going to kind of break down and give you 5 things you could do about the changes and kind of break down why it isn't such a big deal and what you should be doing instead. So I have some stuff on the screen up there. So if I'm looking up there, that is what I'm doing. So they sent out an email yesterday. You can go read it, check it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But the gist of the email is they said they're increasing the average fulfillment rates by 5.2%. And before they get into that, they always do like, hey, this is what we've done for you guys. This is the success sellers have had on the platform, as a way to justify the new fees that they're charging. So basically they said that US-based sellers, which would be us, sold more than 3.8 million products, and that is 7,400 products a minute, and 200,000 new third-party sellers set up stores, more than 45% the previous year, and sellers who surpassed 1 million in sales grew by 15%. That is a crazy number. So, with that all being said, tip number 1, read the email. So we just went over, think about that opportunity, right? 15% of sellers increase did 1 million in sales. That is crazy to me. And then they kind of go into, so when you read the email, you'll figure out too that they said they've spent $15 billion across their fulfillment network to build new fulfillment, hire people, keep people safe. They increased the average wage of the people that work there by $18 an hour. It looks like it said open 350 new fulfillment centers, and are hiring more people. So that's number 1. Always read the email, go through it. And a lot of people just see, oh, they're increasing fees, and they close the email. You really got to look through it and read it and realize why they're increasing it. And if you do, it makes total sense. So that's number 1. So go find the email, go read it. It'll take you like 5 minutes. And then just take it in. Number 2, we're going to actually do the math. So when you're doing so it seems like 5% on the offset is a lot. So it's like, oh, they're increasing fees by 5%. Like, it seems like a crazy number, right? But when you kind of look at it, it's really not that much money. So I like to think of it as like $1. So 5% more of $1 is 5 cents. So when you look at the chart, the fulfillment chart, there's a link in the email to that. It will break down what the fees are now and what the fees are going to be. So with a small standard item, which a lot of people do sell, an item that is between 12 and 16 ounces, today they would charge you $3.32. After the fees increase, this is going to go to $3.59. So we're talking about really 27 cents. Now, 27 cents sounds like a small number, but I understand everyone's going to say, well, if you times 27 cents by 1,000 or 10,000 or however many products you're planning on selling, it really adds up. And while I can't argue with that because it is more, what I will say is who cares? Like, source better products. A lot of these fees, I think, are going to just be passed on to the customer, unfortunately, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. If you cannot find a product that makes 27 more cents, then I don't really know what to tell you about this. I think a lot of people are like, oh, like, why should we have to pay these fees? Jeff Bezos is rich. But like, the fees increase so we can continue to sell on Amazon, so it could be good for us, and they can continue to make improvements. Whether you believe that or not, doesn't really matter. I've been selling on the platform for 3 to 4 years now, and it happens every year. The fees change, they go up, and you just have to adjust and adapt. Number 3, evaluate your business. So, what are you going to do differently? Instead of just saying, oh, the fees, sit down, take about an hour or however long it's going to take you and figure out, what does this really mean for your business? So for me, I think this affects book businesses more because we operate on smaller margins. So it definitely will hurt booksellers. So, if you're making $2-3 on a book, right? 25 cents, 27 cents, that does hurt a lot. So you have to be sourcing better books. You need to be finding different or sending in higher dollar books, or you can switch niches. So right now I'm doing a lot of online arbitrage and really ramping up my second account to get that up and going. And I don't worry about it for online arbitrage, to be honest with you, because there are some things that I'm selling. There's a DVD right now that I'm selling where, I'm making almost $20 on it. So to give Amazon a little more of that, it's not a big deal. So that's one other thing you could do. You could switch your niche. If you're just selling books, you can move into another niche. If you're selling stuff that's only making you $1, then you probably want to move to $2, $3, $4 stuff. I think that is also like the key, guys. Sorry about that. It is cold here. Obviously, I got the hoodie and the jacket on today, about 30 degrees. But you can definitely evaluate that. If you could find stuff that's making you $2, $3, you can find stuff that's going to make you $4 or $5. It might be a little harder, but it is definitely possible. Number 4, stop complaining. I've said this before with restock limits and book business, like, it's Amazon's platform. They do what you want. They do what they want. We sell on their platform. And in return, we have to play within their rules. Complaining about it does not help at all. I've seen so many posts on Instagram. People say, oh my God, they're so greedy. I can't believe this. This is going to cripple my business. Someone was saying, oh, if you do $1 million on Amazon, you're going to give them $52,000 of it. Like, when you think about it on a large scale, oh wow, $52,000. Yeah, that is a lot, but you also get, like, I don't even know how many fulfillment centers they have, how many employees they have. Like, you get that. Like, if you are mad about the fees and what they're charging, like, go build your own Amazon, fulfill your own stuff. Like, just stop complaining. Either change and adapt or move along. For me, with books, I am going through this right now. I've basically totally pivoted my business because I don't want to merchant fulfill books. I'd rather sell FBA, and it's been really, really hard. I'm not going to lie. Running 3 different businesses. I have the book business and media. I have an eBay store. I do a lot of dud stuff. And now on top of that, I have to learn online arbitrage and figure out that. And it's been challenging, but I decided to pivot. I could have said, well, screw it. I'm just going to keep selling books and then probably stop doing that and have to stop doing it unless I really want to merchant fulfill. So just stop complaining, make an action plan, like I said before, evaluate your business, and just move on. Number 5, you got to focus on the positives of this. So some positives that are kind of out of this. One, you're going to have to become a better arbitrage seller. So you're going to have to find stuff that makes you a little more or much more. So that in turn will make you better. Instead of just finding stuff that's making you $2, you have to stretch yourself and find stuff to make $3 or $4. Then that's good. You're getting better. You're learning how to get goods for cheaper. Also, people are going to start to leave Amazon. This happens every year. Like I said, fees go up. People complain. They say this is no longer sustainable for my business. Or they're older sellers and they're just like, I don't want to deal with this anymore, and just kind of retire. So that also creates a lot of opportunity too, because people will be liquidating inventory, equipment, all that kind of stuff. And 3, it also really, really thins out, kind of how I was saying before, the herd. It's survival of the fittest, and that's how it should be. If you want to continue to sell on Amazon, you'll figure out how to make it work. And if you are just complaining about it, maybe it's just not for you. And I think that is one of the big takeaways from this. And I'm going to give you a little bonus tip. So going back to the actual email, when you get these emails, it's really important to read through them. So that was tip number 1. Because it's going to show you a lot what Amazon wants or what they're going to be focusing on. So in the email, they kind of cover like the fulfillment fees. And so there's a bullet number 3 here. It says we will increase removal and disposal fees to reflect the changing cost of these services. Liquidation fees will remain unchanged and will be lower than the fees for disposal or removal services you could enable, blah, 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 blah. So what they're saying is they don't want you to be removing and disposing of inventory. They want you to liquidate it. So basically what they're saying is, hey, send in better inventory. And if your inventory doesn't sell, we would highly suggest you liquidate it. Now, obviously sometimes it's going to make sense to bring it back to you, but Amazon's kind of pushing you to liquidate. So take that into mind. They also said we will increase the monthly off-peak storage fee, January to September, for standard size and oversized products. So they're saying there, hey, don't send in a ton of garbage for Christmas, things you hope are going to sell, and that will just sit around when the storage fees go down, because we don't want it. Send in stuff that's going to sell for Christmas and then start sending in other items. And then there was another one. They said they're going to increase their FBA Prep service fees to align with their operational costs. That's labeling, bagging, and taping. So basically what they're saying is when you just send product to Amazon and ask them to label it, bag it, tape it, that's going to go up, aka they no longer want to do that. Hey, if it still makes sense for you to do that, go right ahead and do that. And I don't sell small and light. I've heard a lot about it. But for that program, the size, I think the smallest weight-wise was 12 ounces. Now that's going up to 3. Supposedly that's a really big positive change for people. I will have to look more into that. But that is what I have for you guys today. Amazon always increases the fees every year. You just have to work with it, get them, make it work for your business. So let's go over it, the 5 things you could do about it, plus the bonus tip. 1, actually read the email, go through it, read it. It's really important. Just don't read all the headlines on Instagram and just read it for yourself. Be aware. 2, do the math. Is it really that bad for your business? Yes, I understand. If you're selling $1 to $2 profit items, then yeah, it's pretty bad for your business. But don't let that bother. If you're selling $5 to $10 profit items, it's really not that bad for you. Number 3, which I kind of just touched on, evaluate your business. What are you going to do differently? What makes sense? to still sell, what makes sense not to sell anymore. 4, stop complaining, doesn't help anything, not going to help you move forward and prosper, so just stop. Number 5, focus on the positive. People are going to be leaving, people are being liquidating inventory. There's going to just be a lot of opportunity there. And number 6, always read. I'm going to reiterate number 1, always read the email. Amazon is dropping hints in there for you to be like, hey, this is what we want moving forward. These are some things that like we really want you to focus on as a seller. So pay attention to that. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, if you could please subscribe, like the video, it would mean the world for me. Let me know what you think of the comments about the increased fees. What are you going to be doing for your business to get that to work around it and continue to do well? I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching.